Rodriguez, who goes by Comanzi in the art world. Go ahead, Josh. Tell me about yourself.
All right, I'm 28 years old. I live in Long Beach, California. Yeah, Long Beach. I started skating when I was 11, and I got sponsored when I was about 17. Finished up my senior year of high school early to go directly on a U.S. tour, which was shocking to say the least. And then I got sponsored by Toy Machine Skateboards, and then after that, Fallen Footwear and Ruka Clothing. And I've been doing it since I was 17, 28 now, and yeah.
Nice.
Hello, my name is Lance Mountain.
He's a legend.
Before he says something, Lance Mountain, that was the first board I got in '83, and his church, he used to go to our church, and I remember me and all my friends, we had the whole skate posse out front, so he came out of our church in West Covina. I was like, is that Lance Mountain? What the heck? And yeah, dude, Lance Mountain. Favorite skateboarder, he was my favorite in Bones Brigade, and that was a big deal for me. So I looked up to this guy my whole life, when I was young. I still love the guy.
I'm 48, so that's pretty young for a skateboarder. I've been blessed to be able to do it my whole life, basically. My father was British. He moved here, and he didn't want to send us to public schools, so he sent us to a private school. I was raised in Pasadena, Alhambra actually, California. Lived there my whole life. And at 10, I started skateboarding, 1974, started skateboarding, and I saw a group of guys before me, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I had seen those guys come and go, not be able to make really anything out of it. It was more of just a lifestyle of playing, and then when they got 15, 16, 17, they had to grow up and get jobs, and I was part of a group of guys that basically said, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to make a living at this for the rest of our lives, and we've been able to.
Awesome. Right on.
Yeah.
Now this guy, Sierra Fellers, is, when I was the team manager at Circa, he sent me a video of him when Helvey.
16
years old, little punk from Montana, the white boy. We didn't have any white boys on the team at that time. So,
white boy.
Yeah. So we put him on, or we actually flew him out to Tampa, Florida for one of the biggest contests they do every year. It's an amateur contest, and he had no sponsors. He went, he won the whole contest, he won the best trick, he just annihilated the whole thing, got all of his sponsors overnight, blew up overnight, and now he's been, and this dude right here actually was sharing a room with me when I gave my life to the Lord in Panama City, when they found me with cocaine all over my face like I was dead. This guy has seen everything in my life. Don't ask
everything.
So, but everything. He used to come stay out at my house in Orange County because, when he was young. So, this is Sierra Fellers, you guys.
Thank you. Well, you kind of made my introduction easy. That was basically exactly what I was going to say. So, I'm 25 years old. As you said, I'm from Whitefish, Montana. I live in Long Beach now, also. Yeah, gosh, why are you taking the words right out of my mouth? Yeah, I skateboard for a living. It's awesome. I've been pro about 5 years, traveled all over the world. He was my team manager for about, I think, 6 years. Had a lot of crazy times. And yeah, let's get to the questions and the next person. Things are awkward. I'm super awkward up here.
No, that's awesome. Right on. Command C, Johnny.
Hello. I grew up in Baldwin Park. What? ¿Dónde están mis Latinos? Yeah! As a little kid growing up, Rawls' wife's dad used to pick me up when I was maybe like 6 years old, and he used to take me to church. And then falling out, I hadn't seen him in a while, but I had always known that someone was praying for me. Not until I was in high school that I had realized, because I ran back into Ed, that it was this guy that had been praying for me ever since I was a little guy. I'm 18. Look good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm a design director for an agency. We I've worked on projects for Nine Inch Nails, Tron, Batman, and I paint. I paint in LA and I show in galleries. The gallery I'm showing at is a gallery that made Obey famous, Shepard Fairey. So I know a lot of the kids here are familiar with that kind of work. But I'm showing there and I paint basically about Jesus. That's what I do.
That's gnarly. Your stuff, they put your stuff up, and like, I know there was a piece that you did with the bomb, and they were actually putting it up in a gallery in London. Like your paintings go around all over the world.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was, and I don't say this to be like, oh, my art, this. I say it to, so you guys can relate, but it was the gallery that Banksy had his large exhibition in London. And so it was a museum, not a gallery, it was a museum. So it was, yeah.
Sick. All these guys right here, these guys are, there's, what's going on in the world nowadays is you have the culture, which where we're at, and then you have the Christian culture. And I think I want to get these guys up here because I want you guys to get inspired by what these guys are doing to take this into your hands and reach the culture. I think a lot of people, we get stuck in this Christian culture and we don't have we only have Christian friends, we only go to Christian events, and we do this and that, and the world is going to hell. They're on the highway to hell, and in Jude it says, to snatch them out of the flames of fire, to pull them out. And if we stick to ourselves and we stay in the bubble, how are we being effective in the culture? We're not reflecting Christ in the culture. That's our vision statement, is to reflect Christ in the culture, not to hide and wait for the rapture to come. And that's it. So Jesus said to go out and make disciples of nations, and that's what these guys are doing. These guys are in the mainstream, secular, just the real world reflecting Christ. So